So, you were thinking about taking your first sauna, but you're a little nervous, or you don't know exactly how to do it? Follow these steps, and you'll have a very, very good introduction to taking a sauna. Um, Most people won't outright say that they're scared of going in the sauna, but I see a lot of people avoid it. Um, People who even say they like it, they still avoid doing it. I don't know why. Maybe they've had a bad experience, or maybe the thought of sitting in such a hot room just scares them. So do this, and you will have a really good first time, or just like a better time than you had. Um, don't go into a super hot sauna. You don't have to. And if you only have access to one sauna, like say this one, this is the only one you have, and you crank it up while other people are using it, and you come in and it's 200 degrees. I'm on the top bench. The temperature difference from the top bench and the lower bench is significant. Like here, it's like 210 degrees, and then down here, it's like 150. That's a huge difference. So if you're sitting here, if you're sitting on the bottom bench, it'll be much, much tolerable. So first time in a sauna, highly recommend just starting on a lower bench. If you feel great and you want to challenge yourself, go to a higher bench, but start on a low bench, or in a sauna that isn't too hot. So you go in, you sit on a low bench, and you don't go too long. Like, you might see a video where someone says 20 minutes, 4 days a week, like I've been saying, but you don't have to start there. That's what you want to build up to. So start with 5 minutes. Like, if 10 minutes feels too long, break that down a little bit. But I think most people can do 10 minutes. But you do not have to, like, literally, to make it easy, do 5 minutes. 5 minutes on a low bench. It's such a low bar. Like, that might be hard for some people, but I think that for most, they'll be able to endure it. So 5 minutes, low bench. And even if you're feeling good, I would recommend leaving. Like, if you're feeling good, and especially, like, oh, that actually wasn't that bad, then you're more likely to come back and try it again. And then the next day, go to 6 minutes. Go to 7 minutes. Do a minute on the top bench, and you could progressively get better. But say you start 5 minutes on the low bench. Don't go in with a full stomach. People get nauseous when they go in with a full stomach. Be careful with the things you're wearing. A lot of first timers get burnt wearing jewelry. I'm wearing a ring, and it's not really burning me, but I've seen people with earrings or necklaces burn them, so try to take that off. I would recommend leaving electronics out. So if you could do 5 minutes without electronics, that'd be ideal. And before you go in, hydrate. Have maybe a half hour before, a nice big tall glass of water. I like to recommend Gatorade because it's sugar and a bunch of nasty shit in there. But a little electrolytes, like they sell electrolyte mix at most stores, delis, and not delis, like CVS and stuff. But Relight is a really good one. They sell it on Amazon or Relight.com. And that doesn't have like artificial sweeteners and a lot of shit in it. Just half a scoop of that or a scoop of that, and that gives you magnesium, potassium, sodium, and it makes a big difference when you sauna. But also just throughout the day, it makes a big difference. It's a good like performance enhancing hack. You just have a scoop in the morning. I have a scoop every morning instead of coffee. Just like a 20 ounce. Sorry, the sweat is burning my eyes. That's the electrolyte mix burning my eyes. So glass of water should be fine. You're not sweating that much. And then half hour before, even 15 minutes before, have that glass of water. Come in, do your 5 or 10 minutes on that lower bench, and just focus on the sensations. Like, don't resist them. If you're feeling like scared, you feel your respiration rate going up, maybe your nose burns a little bit, just acknowledge them. Like, oh, that's just my nose burning a little bit. Oh, that's just a little, it feels a little harder to breathe in here, it's a little heavier, but this is not dangerous. Like, unless you have like your doctor's already told you stay out of saunas because you have high blood pressure or heart disease or something, or some other condition that you shouldn't be in it. Most people can handle a short sauna session, and then that's it. Just feel them. Feel yourself getting a little sweaty, a little hot, a little harder to breathe sometimes, and just focus on slow breathing. Slow in, slow out, and don't push it. Then that's it. Leave. Sit on a towel, damp yourself off, wash off when you get out if you're even sweating, and have some water when you get out. electrolyte water if you have. If not, just regular water, and see how you feel. And if that was like nothing, increase that bar a little bit. Next time you go in, do a few more minutes, or go on to a higher shelf and a higher a bench. But you'll notice some days are harder than others. I thought I wasn't recording. You'll notice some days are harder than others. Like, I just lifted and I didn't sleep as much last night. Today's sauna is a little harder. But like, if you were just outside, it was cold out, and you haven't saunaed in a few days and you're really recovered, you might notice that it's a little bit easier. Every sauna seems to be a little different, which is normal. So you might say, oh, what the hell, it was so easy for me last time, now it's hard. Perfectly normal. And that's, I feel like a lot of people don't say that. Like, so I would feel weird. I'd be like, all right, they say saunas are good. But I did one the other day, felt right now I'm not feeling so good in it. Well, what the hell? Maybe there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. That's completely normal. Like, right now, I feel this is much more difficult than a sauna that I did last night with Emily. But last night I didn't work out, and I plunged later in the day, so it was just easier. And I wasn't speaking. Like, speaking is making it more difficult. When you speak a lot, you don't breathe as deeply and as smoothly, so it's making this much more difficult. So that's why I'm considering not making videos in the sauna. I feel like it's taking away from the sauna experience that I do value. But we'll see. Maybe we'll make them shorter. So for today, if you want to try a sauna or you've had a bad experience in the sauna, you're going to hydrate before with electrolyte water or just a glass of water 15 to 30 minutes before. Then go in, leave electronics out just to focus. Lower bench, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Like, do not push it. As soon as it's starting to get hard, I don't like to recommend running away from your anxiety. But in this case, it's okay to level up slowly. So just pick a number that you feel comfortable with. If it's 5 minutes, do 5. And then while you're in there, focus on your breathing into the belly, through the nose, out through the nose. A little bit longer exhales, so not like... If you need to exhale through your mouth, it's okay. Try to inhale slowly through the nose and feel the sensations, feel the sweat. Notice them. Don't like try to distract yourself. Don't try to read a magazine or listen to music. Like, just feel them. Feel the changes that your body is like going through. It's okay. This will decrease anxiety in the future by feeling it, like being present for this 5 minutes a day. And then once you get to that time, whether you had a watch on or there was a clock in there, or if you had to bring your phone just for a time or whatever it is, do your 5-7 minutes and then leave. And look at that as a win. Like, it's not a win 200 degrees, 20 minutes like the guys on Instagram. It's like, no, it's a win for me because I was a little nervous. I did my 5 minutes on a lower bench. I got out of there. I washed my hands and face. I had some more water. Boom, beautiful. Next time you're at the gym, next time at your friend's house with a sauna, you do it again and add a minute. And if that feels too hard, stay there for a couple times. Your body has to adapt to this. Just like it adapts to exercise, it adapts to running, cold water exposure. It adapts to heat exposure. And if you've been living in air conditioning your whole life and heat in the winter and like, oh, sorry, my eyes are burning. We don't do well in extreme temperatures. That's another reason why this is such a healthy modality for modern people, because we're in that 68 to 72 range all the time. Our system just isn't good at handling these stressors, these heat and cold stressors. So this is such a passive way to experience it in a controlled environment. You don't have to go run a friggin' marathon in Miami to feel a heat stress. You can just go in a sauna for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and start adapting to the heat. And your body starts making these changes that is adapting to a stressor, that it's a hormetic stressor, it's a healthy stressor. So now you bring that with you as you sleep and your body adapts. Now you'll notice like your friends will be really hot, or they'll be like complaining about the heat or the cold or something. And that's because they're worried about it. People get real scared with temperature. Like, I'm too hot, I'm going to pass out, bro, I can't do this. Or girls, even guys will get scared with the cold. You'll start to notice that your comfort band and your point of panic start to really stretch. You'll be comfortable in hotter temperatures, you'll be comfortable in colder temperatures, and it's not just the temperature stress that you'll be more adapted to. You'll start to notice where things that used to make you more nervous might still make you nervous, But like a CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, like 101 is identifying your emotional state. So I'm feeling really anxious right now. Oh man, I'm feeling terrible. Oh man, and it keeps escalating. CBT 101, a little tool to bring with you is identify it. Say on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being just chilling and 10 being a straight panic attack, what are you feeling right now? Think about it. It's like, all right, I'm in the sauna. I'm feeling like a 6. I'm feeling the sweat. I'm feeling my breath a little tight. I'm feeling like a 6. All right. Just that act. Try it out. And you don't have to be in a sauna. Try it out at work. Your boss just came in, tells you have to work late on Friday. When you had a party, you start feeling all these stress hormones, and now they won't go, and your friggin' mouth got dry, and all this stuff is happening. And instead of letting it escalate, don't try to stop it. Just be like, oh yeah, let me try that CBT thing. And I'm not going to say this is going to cure you. It's not. But it's a tool that might help some people. So try it out and see if it works. And then just label it. You can write it down. Friday, 5 p.m., Bob came in the office, said I had to work late tonight. I'm feeling extremely angry and stressed. My anxiety is starting to kick in. I am at a 7 right now. And then write some of the things. I'm thinking, I don't know how much longer I can do this job. I'm thinking, is this chest pain a heart attack? I'm thinking, I hope my hands don't sweat like this for the rest of the night. And just write these few things down, right? I'm at a 7. And that's it. You're not looking for an end result. You're not looking to feel great from it. Just like when you do one push-up, you're not expecting to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But you do know that if you do push-ups every day for years, you will have a more defined upper body. If you start to do these small techniques often, you will start to have a more robust nervous system. Your mental health will improve. So here's a very simple one. Just label it. Bring enough mindfulness to the moment to label how you're feeling. And write it down in a little book, in your phone, whatever you got to do. And see how that works for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you tried it, you think it didn't work, let me know. If you think it worked a little bit and you might feel a little bit better after. But it is a tool that has some power to it. It's starting to utilize the muscle of self-awareness. And self-awareness is an incredibly important personality trait or quality to start growing, where when I started I had none, and I'm sure you know people who have none, but as you start to build it, it's extremely helpful in your relationships, in your mental health, in your physical health, spiritual health. So do that, and then so you left the sauna after those 5 minutes and you're good. And if you're feeling anxious, it's normal. You might feel really relaxed, and that's great too. Now you have another tool.